What's going on, everyone? ODC here, and I'm back with another action figure review. Today's review, we're going to take a look at the Mythic Legion's Advent of Decay 2.0 wave. This is another one of my favorites. This is Gwendolynne Heavensbrand. She is, right off the bat, I have to say she's absolutely gorgeous. I love everything that she comes with. I love her paint deco, looks really good. This was one of the figures when I first saw the prototypes for Wave 2, for this Advent of Decay wave. I was like, I have to, if I don't get the majority of these figures, I have to at least get her. That's what I told myself. She looks gorgeous. So she's pretty much why I kind of, was sold on this wave. I mean, I was sold on the other waves also, but when they announced that there were going to be females in this wave, I was already ecstatic. And then when I saw we're getting a female knight, and not only just any female knight, but the sister to Sir Gideon, another one of my favorite characters, as far as this land of mythos or universe of mythos goes. I couldn't be more happy, to be honest with you. Like I said, her paint deco is awesome. The sculpt is beautiful. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of reused parts from the figures that I've already reviewed within this wave, but she actually comes with two head sculpts, which I'm going to get to, and she also comes with this new sword. I know I'm a little bit earlier doing this review today. I know I usually try to pump these out at around, I don't know, around the later hours, around the 9 to 11 o'clock range. But I decided I'd surprise you all today with a little bit of an earlier review. So I'm really excited about this. Between her and King Ironjaw that I've reviewed yesterday. So if you want to go back and check that out, you can. This is a beautiful figure. Like I said, this is one of my favorites. Like I said, between Atlas, Attila, and Sir Gideon, those are probably three of my favorites from Wave 1, and she's one of my favorites from Wave 2. This is just so fitting that we got her, and originally I thought it was going to be like, I didn't know it was going to be his sister, and then when the card artwork came out and all the bios came out, then I was like, okay, it makes perfect sense that this would totally be his sister. So pretty awesome. She looks beautiful and badass at the same time. And like I said, I love the purple with the gold and the silver all mixed together. The paint deco on her, I feel, is done superbly. She comes with an extra head, which we'll get to in a second, but it is a gorgeous extra head. Let me just say, let me back her up so you can get a look at her entire body here. And there she is. She looks powerful, beautiful, anything you want to add in there. But yeah, she looks great. I simply love this sword, this newly sculpted sword for her. It's fitting that Sir Gideon has the Heavensbrand sword, which is a sword which was passed down from Aetheron. That bird. I actually have that bird. Maybe we'll do a collaborative Knights video when I'm done with all of these reviews for 2.0, and we'll just kind of spackle over, do an overview of all the Knights and everything. And a couple videos in the past I've done, I actually got some custom head sculpts for all my Knights also. So, but she is gorgeous, man. She looks great. She obviously has the logo for for the Aetheron, or the Order of Aetheron. But she looks really cool. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Let me just give you a full 360 rotation right here. Her plume looks friggin' epic and beautiful. She's got actually some purple and some pink going throughout the plume, which really brings out the actual purple in it. Actually, there's more pink in it than purple, but it brings out the purple, if that makes sense. But this is her all geared up. This is everything that she comes with besides her back adapters and her extra head. And it looks so good. It just looks so dang good. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I love this new sword for her. It is just so awesome. It really is. My dog's going to start flipping out in a minute. He heard another dog. So I apologize off the bat if he starts flipping out. Go downstairs. Go. Go. If you're going to start barking, go. Please. He likes to like, but if he hears a dog, he immediately has to let me know this is him letting me know that he heard a dog. So the moan starts, and then the initial bark will start after that to let me know that he's got to go yell at that dog. So that's the process that we're going through right now. He's thinking about letting me know. But anyway, I digress. Story of my life. But she looks really good. Here is the packaging that she comes with. Let me slide her out of the focus for a second. And we'll get to the packaging. There we go. And we'll get her completely out of frame, so we're professional here of some sort. Here's the Mythic Legion packaging she comes with. Looks pretty cool. I've shown this before. Here is the insignia on the side for her clan. And then on the back, here is the artwork. Looks pretty good. I've shown this numerous times before, but I'm going to continue to do it individually. Why the heck not, right? So there you go. I've shown the read up in the back before. There he goes. There he goes. Here is the side artwork and the side bio. I'm going to pull it in a little bit closer. I just want you guys to get a good look at Gwendolynne here. Gwen, as I like to call her for short. But there it is. There's a little read up. And it says, I'll actually read this one. Why the hell not, right? It says, her brother Gideon may be the face of the Order of Aetheron, but Commander Gwendolynne Heavensbrand is its fist. Ooh. How epic. This skilled warrior and strategist remains a step ahead of her enemies at all times as she commands her troops from the front lines. I love that about commanders that go to the front lines of the battle. I love that. It's like Captain America, you know. He wants to be in the front as well as directing traffic. Her hardened outlook is often at odds with her brother. Her brother's idealistic leadership. But I'm sorry, I'm reading this off on screen, so I got to glare. But her grit is essential to the Order's survival. So, you know, a little bit of sibling rivalry there between the two. You know, I know best. No, I know best. And maybe Sir Gideon's a little bit more headstrong than she is. Maybe she's a little bit more level-headed. You know, sometimes you need a woman's touch to calm the the hot-headed man down. But here is her extra head sculpt here, and I have to show you this in detail here. It is beautiful. I love this unmasked head. I love it. I really do. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I love the way the hair flows. The brown for her hair looks just spectacular. I love the sculpt. I'm pretty sure Eric Treadway did this. He did the majority of these, obviously. But it looks really good. There's a little bit of a gapping issue in the hair right here. Let me get my pointer. Right about there along the seam. It's not awful. Some people, it bothers other people more than it probably will bother me, since I'm not going to be staring at that one piece the whole time. I'm going to be staring at this beautiful face right here. That is a face every mother could love. That is a face every man could love, you know? But it's beautiful. I love it. Don't worry, I'm going to pop this head off and pop the other one on, but I want to get to what she can offer you. So what she can offer you is this newly retooled shield. The old shield had the clip system. This has the peg system, where she can hold onto the peg. I found, and I pointed this out in my other reviews for the Legion builders, that these smaller female hands tend to not hold onto this thick peg here. So I usually just wrap the peg, I'll just show you. This is basically what I do here. I just kind of wrap it like that, and it stays a lot better than if you were to put it actually in her hand. They just, due to the small hands, the small nature of the hands, they just don't want to hold on to these shields. The Wave 1.0 guys don't have that issue, but the Wave 1.0 and... Are you okay over there? The Wave 1.0 and prior body molds, the larger body molds, the male body molds, they hold on to this shield peg fine, but the older ones had the clip system, so it's kind of give or take. You know what? Initially I said that I preferred the clip system. Maybe I prefer the clip system for the females, and maybe I prefer this system for the larger males. I think that's kind of where I've headed as far as my opinion goes. I think the clips would work better for the smaller forearms, and the pegs, the newly tooled pegs, would work better for the males. But anyway, I digress. She also comes with her other sword. It's the basic sword that we've seen in the past with previous waves. Nice silver and gold with the sword. Can't complain there with the sword. And it's obviously it mirrors the other side, so I'll just give you both looks for that. But let's get to the coup de grace here as far as her new sword. This is the newly sculpted sword that came in also the knight, or the, I should say the, I don't know what you want to call that. It looks like the Knight and Gladiator pack. Comes with the new battle axe, and I'm going to get to all the weapons packs after I get all the weapons packs, because I'm missing the dwarf one. They didn't send me that one yet, unfortunately. But I do have another box on the way. So, but here it is. It looks really good. It actually is decoed. Let me actually see if it's decoed differently. It is decoed differently to match her. There is purple on these little rhinestones or rubies or whatever you want to call it in the sword right here. Those are painted purple. On the regular weapons pack one, I think they're painted a black color or a different color, but these are to match her. So this is definitely her sword, which I love, by the way. I still think I would like to see, and you know, this is so far as I know I'm going a little bit off topic here, but I still would like to see a specific sword for Atlas the Conqueror. I mean, I think he's a big enough deal where he deserves his own sword. And like right now, I have him set up with a Spawn the Dark Ages sword, which I think fits the character. But it would be nice if we got a specific sword for him, like Sir Gideon got the Heavensbrand sword. But this is a great sword. I love this sculpt. I think it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, very elegant and badass at the same time. So. Nice silver for the blade, and nice gold with purple, like I just pointed out, for the rubies in the sword. I love how long the handle is. It's beautiful. It can fit into her sheath right here, like so. These little kind of prongs sticking out, or blades sticking out of the side of the sword, do kind of get in the way of it going all the way down, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it does have a rather large handle, so, and a very long blade. I mean, the blade is, I mean, the sword is almost as tall as she is, so pretty dang tall. Removing this shield, so that's all of her accessories that she comes with, including the head. I think, you know, she doesn't have as many accessories as like King Bromden, Ironjaw, but I don't think she really needs it, to be honest with you. As far as the articulation goes, Actually, you know what? I'll compare it with the head on and head off because you're going to want the articulation with the head on and off. So I'll attempt to do that as best as I can. I tried to take this head off before and it got stuck on the peg, so I might have to use a little bit of heat on it. So bear with me if I have to use that, I will. But as far as her articulation does go, the head can swivel at a full 360 rotation if you need it to. It can pivot side to side, which is nice. Let's see if we got some jive turkeys. A little jive turkey, just a little, just a little bit. And then we got a swivel for the plume, so you can manipulate that plume if you need to. The shield on the front does just swivel down, so that is a point of articulation. On the Sir Gideon, it was just a peg system. So you would have to depeg it off of his head and then peg it onto his face, where this is just a nice swivel. I think I like the swivel better than the peg system, but I guess either or works, really. I think the swivel system just works better as far as longevity goes, as far as the peg system compared to the peg system, but that's just my opinion. But it looks good. I love it. And the arms can go up a little bit stiff here in the arm joint. Like I said, these are modular, so don't worry if the arm pops off the joint. No big deal there. Arm goes up, arm goes down. It can do a full 360 rotation if you need it to. You're just going to have to remove this shoulder pad, which is removable. Single bend at the elbow, which gets a pretty dang good range of motion right there. I want to say a little bit more than 90 degrees. And she does have a swivel at the elbow as well. She does have a wrist gauntlet swivel, a wrist hinge, which you're going to have to hold on to the gauntlet. A little bit loose in the gauntlet swivel, a little bit loose in the wrist, which is kind of an ongoing theme with a lot of these females. They're a little bit loose in certain joints, like the ankles, the gauntlets, and the wrists, which, you know, I kind of, like I always say, I always prefer a tighter joint, but over a loose joint, brand new out of the box. But she does have a hinge joint, which goes back and forth. She does have a diaphragm joint, which can swivel, can pivot side to side, can crunch back and forth. So good on them there. Waist swivel down below. She does have T-jointed hips, which can go out about that far. You can actually push it a little bit further, but that's a good split right there nonetheless. Her leg fell off. We just peg it back in. She does have an upper thigh swivel and a single jointed knee right there. Good range of motion in that knee for all the armor and all the sculpting and everything. Swivel at the knee, swivel at the ankle, excuse me. And then she does have points the heel, points the toe, and ankle pivot. So there is all of her articulation. She does have 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet, like all of the other ladies and gentlemen in this wave. Let's see if I can get her to bend a little bit so she can center herself. And then, actually, you know what? I'll take her off screen really quick to see if I could pop this head off. There we go. Beautiful. Got her head off without any issues. And here is her head pegged in. She's getting a little bit loose in her leg. I do not like that one bit. But here she is. This shoulder pad is getting in the way. The other issue that I had with some of these were the shoulder pads kind of not wanting to peg in all the way. It's just something I have to point out as a reviewer. It's not it doesn't make me very happy as a collector, but you know, it is what it is. It's something I do need to address. There she is with her head on, her extra head on. So if you want to actually take her, you'll have better range of motion. The head will sit a little bit easier if you have her without her shoulder pads on. But there she is without the other head. Or there it is. There she is with the unmasked head, excuse me. So looks really good. I love this face sculpt. It's just so beautiful. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. There she is. This hip is getting super loose on me. She looks gorgeous gorgeous she's a model, for God's sake. There you go with that. Maybe this leg isn't pegged in. Oh, there we go. All right, that's a little bit better. It's always the ankle. But there you go. There is Gwendolynne Heavensbrand. She's beautiful looking. I keep continuously saying that, but I can't help myself. She's something beautiful. You got to tell it it's beautiful, right? It's like a human thing. You're beautiful, Gwen. Thank you for the umpteenth time. Stop calling me beautiful. I'm gonna start getting an ego. You probably already have an ego, Gwen. You're a damn battle commander. You're right, I do. I know. This is what I do. I know. I'm just a grown man talking to an action figure. I know. What in the hell is the matter with you? But there she is with her unmasked head. I'm going to put the masked head back on just because, you know, I don't know. I like both, but maybe down the line we'll get a heads pack. You know, that'd be a really cool idea to get an unmasked heads pack. Maybe in future waves. And of course the neck peg is going to get stuck in the head. Pardon my heat gun here. Be really cool to get as I was alluding to, a unmasked heads pack for some of the other characters that have been established now. Like Sir Gideon and whatnot, since she got a head. Got to give him a head. You know? At least that's what I think. I feel like she's like leaning to one side. I don't know what's going on here. Why are you leaning? Stop it. I think it's her hips. Went through articulation. Now her hip is all loose. That's very depressing. But there she is. She's all... Let me get her geared up because she is starting to annoy me with the flipping and flopping around here. Oh, God. Now she's dropping her sword. I can't get her situated. What is going on? You go through articulation, then she doesn't want to do anything. There we go. That's better. There we go. All right. Center my camera so I don't look like a buffoon. Okay. So going through her paint really quick, we have a gold and black paint and silver paint for the shield. Looks really just very well done. Like it. Love it. The gold on her looks really good. It's a nice, almost like a little bit of a darker gold than I think Sir Gideon has a different shade. Let me bring him in for a comparison really quick on the golds. Yeah, Sir Gideon's got a little bit of a lighter gold than she does, as you can see here in the comparison between the brother and the sister here. But there they are standing next to each other. Brother and sister constantly arguing with each other on the battlefield. We need to flank. No, we don't. We have to hit them head on. No, you're being stupid. Yo, you will listen to me, sister. No, we must flank, or else we will be defeated. No, we must hit them head on. If you hit the orcs head on, then you push them back further. You know what? I'm just going to tell Mom. Don't tell Mom. But, anyway, okay, enough of that. That was horrible. I know. Badjokes.com, badsegment.com, can'ttalk.com, all of that rolled into one right there. But here's brother and sister next to each other. I digress. This review is falling apart, unraveling before my eyes. But they look good together. I'm definitely going to have them displayed together. And there's the comparison between the bodies. Now, if you are interested into what the female bodies look like next to a Marvel Legend, there you go with the Bucky Cap body mold, and she is larger than he is. against the Bucky Cap body. Here she is stacked up next to the Hyperion body. Bishop. Another awesome Marvel Legend right there. Excuse me. Oh my God, that cough. And then here we have a Motu Classic. I think it fits right in with Motu. Vicor, one of my favorite Motu figures. Basically Conan the Barbarian right there. So there you go with your comparisons. Beautiful. Beautiful. But love the gold on her. It's a little bit darker. I like the variation between her and her brother. It's a little bit different. I love the purple and with the outlining silver going throughout. So wherever there's purple, there's usually silver following it. I love the chainmail or under armor, so to speak, underneath or in between the joints to give her that, like she's actually wearing chainmail underneath, which is pretty sick. Love that. The chainmail on the back of the legs as well, underneath near the tuchus right there, or the tush right there. It's pretty awesome. I love the sculpting on the back that it continues right here. I love that. Looks really good. More chainmail underneath here. Nice dark metallic look for the chainmail. Really well done. Love that the buckles are all painted silver, and then you've got these brown straps. Looks really just so well done. I'm loving this. Really loving this. So Four Horsemen knocked this one right out of the park, as usual. Yes, I shortened usual. I know, I'm one of those. But everywhere you see, I mean, it's like your eyes are just kind of gravitating towards all of these just different little intricate details throughout. I mean, the little silver pieces right here, silver designs right there. Then you've got silver on each little stud here for the helmet. I mean, there's everything you look at, it just, your eyes just like go right to. It's just such a breath of fresh air from all of the other figures that we get that don't have that level of detail, which is, I gotta say, for the most part, there's not a whole lot of figures, I mean, outside of NECA, really, that give you the amount of detail that Mythic Legions do. I mean, even though they use a lot of the same body molds, like, at the end of the day, really, it's just such a nice occurring thing that we get from Mythic Legions that they give us the level of detail that they do. So I really have to thank them for that. So, but she looks awesome. She is leaning a little bit. I don't know what's going on. She's like leaning, or there we go. Her or like diaphragm joint was doing this like lean thing. There we go. Now she's leaning over there. Girl, find you a sweet spot. There we go. That's better. But I would definitely recommend her. Like I said, if you're only going to get a couple and you missed out on the Kickstarter or you missed the Store Horseman pre-order, I would definitely... Whoa, knocking the camera over. I would definitely give her a 2 thumbs up. I couldn't get my thumbs in for the other reviews. But there we go. 2 thumbs for her. I would definitely say that she's probably worth the $50 on Big Bad Toy Store to pick her up. She comes with her own sword. She comes with that beautiful shield. She comes with everything she needs. She comes with this awesome head sculpt. So overall, I think she's a great package deal. Not everyone will agree that maybe she's worth $50, but she's definitely worth the price that I paid for her, and that was around the $28 range. So pretty pleased with this. Like I said, stay tuned for the rest of the wave, continuously coming day by day. I think I'm going to have to push all of my Halloween stuff to next week, which is maybe a little bit more fitting, seeing as next week is Halloween technically. So we'll do a couple days of Halloween, and this way I can continuously focus on the Mythic Legions. I think Mythic Legions are going to go into November as well, so seeing as there's over 40 of them. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Gwendolynne Heavensbrand. Like I said, she is absolutely fantastic. I would definitely recommend you pick her up. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this live review. Like I said, hit that thumbs up. Please, it helps my channel exponentially. You can't, I can't emphasize that more. But hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. You got to hit that bell twice until you see a little parentheses hanging over. And yeah, also, if you're watching this not live and you're watching this on playback, please leave me a comment, man. You guys are all awesome with the comments lately. I'm trying to respond as quickly as possible. And yeah, you guys have been great. I love the new support. I can't express that enough. Thank you so much for the continued support. And as much as the more support I get, the more content that I'll try to do, especially with Mythic Legions. As I've been getting a lot more support with Mythic Legions than I want to say the majority of the last month. I've actually gained a lot more new subs. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who tuned in here. Slippery, thanks for coming by. And Mark Thompson, thanks for coming by. And Ponce, thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting up in the chat while I was shooting this live review. But that's pretty much it for me. And I'll see you guys on the flip side.